Minocqua will soon have more housing available thanks to a groundbreaking ceremony today for a new housing complex along Highway 70. Upon completion, the complex will have 112 units with a mix of 1, 2, and 3-bedroom apartments. Oneida County has had a shortage of housing for decades, and Matthew Ritchie, manager of the project, is excited for his company to give a much-needed boost in supply.
I think this is going to move the needle quite a bit to get 1, 2, and 3-bedroom families up here. The service industries are hurting for employees, and if we can help them out, we're happy to help them.
The first building of the Aspen Grove apartment complex is expected to be completed next September, and after that one new building a month will be completed, with the property having 7 in total.
We need about 1,355 more homes in Oneida County, and so we're so lucky that Matt and his group got this together, because every house that goes up or apartment that goes up, we desperately need that in Oneida County.
Applications to rent the future Aspen Grove apartments just down the block from the Wildwood Wildlife Park will be available soon. Coming up after the break, we'll have an update on men's cross country from the high school level. We'll be back in a few minutes.
Brought to you by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin.
Hometown Furniture and Mattress in Minocqua is closing their doors forever. The building has been sold and they're forced to vacate. Shop now and save an additional 27% off the lowest marked sale price on everything in the store. Everything must be sold, including quality name brands like FlexSteel, Lifestyle, Best Chair, Ashley, Spring Air Mattresses, Amish Rustic Furniture, and many more. Hurry in now for the best selection. These deals won't last long. Hometown Furniture and Mattress, located in the former Lakeland Furniture Building in Minocqua.
The Medicare annual enrollment period is here, running from October 15th through December 7th. This is your opportunity to renew and adjust your Medicare health plan to fit your needs. You can switch to a Medicare Advantage plan, change from one Medicare Advantage plan to another, join a Part D prescription drug plan, or return to original Medicare. The choice is yours. Don't wait, explore your options today and find the plan that's for you. Call our office right now to get started.
In August, join WJFW's Jeff Weller for the trip of a lifetime, an Alaskan cruise.
Hi, I'm Jeff Weller. Alaska's glaciers, wildlife, and breathtaking scenery are unlike anything you've ever seen, and I'd love to experience it all with you.
And don't miss your chance to enter the Take Flight sweepstakes at WJFW.com for a chance to win a $500 flight voucher from Rhinelander Oneida County Airport.
I hope you'll join me in Alaska this August.
For 5 generations, the Dahlquist family has been committed to keeping area homes comfortable all year long. Dahlquist Heating and Cooling with Trapper's Fireplace Gallery have the best selection of gas, wood, pellet, and electric fireplaces in the Northwoods. 2 showrooms displaying Heat and Glow, Quadra-Fire, Harmon, Simplifier, and Vermont castings. Quality units to fit any Northwoods home with a service you can trust. Stop in today and experience the Dahlquist difference, family owned and operated to guarantee the best service.
Northland Basement Systems is the all things basementy company. Basement waterproofing, basement finishing, basement structural repair, humidity and mold control, and nasty crawl spaces too. When it comes to basement solutions, nobody does it better than we do. Since 1991, homeowners just like you in the Northland have trusted Northland Basement Systems for all things basementy in their homes. Call Northland Basement Systems today to schedule a free home evaluation.
Cross-country sectionals are taking place all over the state this weekend, including right now in Merrill. Schools from all over the area have gathered to see who will be advancing to the state meet down in Wisconsin Rapids next week. The boys' race has been completed, so let's take a look at who took the top spot. 18 schools were ready to go at the starting line as they went on their way to begin their 5,000-meter journey through the Merrill Recreation Complex. Right out of the gate, it became clear that it would be a 3-horse race, which included Rhinelander's Avram Barr and Lakeland Union's Charlie Ernst. The trio would continue to battle as they crossed the 2-mile mark with no clear favorite pulling away at any point of the race. However, in the final quarter mile, Avram Barr from Rhinelander would pull away and he would cross the line first to win the sectional crown. The girls' race is currently taking place, and we will have the highlights at 6. We'll be right back.
Right now at US Cellular, you can get 4 free phones plus 4 lines for $90.
Hey, we're tired of having the wool pulled over our eyes with these hidden requirements. What aren't we seeing?
Yeah. Do we get our choice of free phones?
Yep, you get the latest phones.
I bet we have to trade in our old phones, though.
Nope, sure don't.
Wow.
High five. Almost. Higher. Yes. Nope.
Get 4 phones plus 4 lines for $90 with no trade-in, and we'll pay off your current contract when you switch. US Cellular, now part of T-Mobile.
To everyone who believes in Midwest magic, you'll always find it here at Culver's. Not that kind of magic.
Midwest magic turns fresh, never frozen beef into a juicy butter burger.
And transforms farm fresh dairy into the creamiest custard you've ever had.
Ta-da! But it's not just what we serve, it's how we serve it.
With a warm welcome and a little extra love.
Love. Love in every bite.
From Wisconsin with love.
Welcome to Delicious!
Yeah!
Amazon offers hourly employees health care on day 1 for the whole family.
Mom, come quick!
Go, 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 go! Yeah!
Should I get Dad a Band-Aid?
At Amazon, hourly employees earn an average of over $23 an hour.
All right, what are we thinking?
Mega count.
Mega count. Oh. Guess this is mine now.
Hey.
At Fisher Investments, we may look like other money managers, but we're different.
How so?
We're a fiduciary, obligated to act in our clients' best interest, so we don't sell any commission-based products.
Then how do you make money?
We have a simple management fee, structured so we do better when our clients do better.
The clients really come first then, huh?
Yes, we make them a top priority by getting to know their finances, family, health, lifestyle, and more.
Wow. Maybe we are different.
At Fisher Investments, we're clearly different.
Okay, we got a lot of events tomorrow. Before Halloween, will it be good weather tomorrow?
Halloween's a week from today. Tomorrow's weather, a bit of a question mark, right? So highs near 50, but there could be a quick sprinkle early tomorrow and then decreasing clouds throughout the afternoon. Sunday, fantastic, plenty of sunshine, mid-50s out there. So overall, a nice weekend except for a couple of showers out there tomorrow morning. I think most of us, though, will probably not see that, well, with highs tomorrow near 50. Right now, we're at 47. That's an improvement. Yesterday, I was here talking to you, and it was 38 degrees. So we're getting warmer and likely hanging out near 50 for as far as I can see right now. So here's that little piece of energy. It's running into air in Wisconsin that's incredibly dry. Dew points are incredibly low. It's going to be tough to squeeze out some rain, but there could get a sprinkle through early parts of tomorrow morning and then decreasing clouds throughout the afternoon and revealing this. So look at Sunday, 55, partly cloudy skies. Monday, same story, followed by a bit cooler on Tuesday. And then Wednesday is our next meaningful chance for rain. Right now, there's Halloween. Looks like cloudy skies, some rain with highs near 50.
Okay, today's just a great fall day. It's crisp,
great, didn't it?
Sun outside.
Agreed.
Same page. Hopefully get more of those. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you back here at 6.
Totally agree.
Our Newswatch 12 News team works around the clock to bring you the news that matters most to the Northwoods. NBC Newswatch 12, from where you live.
Hi, my name is Monique Schroeder. I'm the Activities Director at Pastime Club. We're located at Ascension Lutheran Church in Minocqua. We get together on Mondays and Thursdays from 9:30 to 2:30. Pastime Club is an adult day program specializing in memory care. Benefits of the program would be connecting with the community, making new friends, and helping to slow the dementia process.
Where does confidence come from? It's not from within. It must be pursued. Confidence is not a mindset. It's an achievement. In the GMC Sierra HD AT4X. Get 5.9% APR on 2025 GMC Sierra heavy-duty models. That's over $4,000 in average finance savings.
Tonight's lineup on NBC 12 is brought to you by Furniture and Appliance Mart, a family and employee-owned company.
Sue right, Jake middle, me on the left.
Yeah, I knew I'd win.
Are you saying
What's
something?
really happening over there?
I think you're on mute.
There's no substitute for real gaming fun. Go where fun lives. Ho Chunk Gaming Wittenberg.
This is a giant nut. It's how many Medicare Advantage plans are structured to tie up approvals and hold up claims. This is the straight and narrow. It's how Aspirus Health Plan is structured to help connect you directly with access to great care. For a low or no-cost Medicare Advantage plan, you could waste your time untangling someone else's bureaucracy. Or you could enroll now in Aspirus Health Plan, a clear plan forward.
It's Ford Truck Month in Wisconsin, where we embrace sub-zero temps, spend our Friday nights at the Fish Fry, and rely on the #1 truck brand in Wisconsin to make it happen. Only in Wisconsin, only in a Ford. Time to save big on the trucks that are made for our state. Truck Month starts now. Lease a new Ford F-150 for just $299 a month for 36 months. Only at your Wisconsin Ford dealers.
Tonight, the major military escalation, the largest aircraft carrier in the U.S. Navy ordered to move towards South America as President Trump ramps up the pressure on Venezuela. A massive display of firepower, including thousands of sailors, dozens of aircrafts, several destroyers, and a submarine, all heading to the Caribbean, where overnight the U.S. military struck another boat allegedly carrying drugs and cartel members. Is this all to deter drug trafficking? The deadly crane collapse in Massachusetts. 2 killed. Now the investigation into what went wrong here. The dangerous new forecast, the storm set to make a direct hit on Jamaica as a powerful Category 4 hurricane and sit there for days. Officers opening fire at a Coast Guard base housing immigration officers as a U-Haul speeds towards them, witnesses diving for cover. The stock market hits a major milestone as President Trump calls off trade talks with Canada because of a TV ad about tariffs. Canada's reaction tonight. Paychecks issued today for $0. More than 1 million federal workers missing their first full paychecks because of the government shutdown. Terrifying surveillance video just released showing a fatal bus explosion that sent workers running. The potentially life-saving update tonight, the cancer patient we told you about last night with only months to live. After our report, the incredible news he just received about the drug he so desperately needs. And after tragedy, triumph. The young girl who has already overcome so much. Her incredible story of survival and homecoming, the celebration. Nightly News starts right now.
This is NBC Nightly News with Tom Yamas.
And good evening. We begin tonight with that massive escalation in President Trump's battle against drug cartels. The Pentagon announcing it has directed an aircraft carrier strike group to move into the Caribbean, including the largest aircraft carrier in the Navy. You see it right here, the USS Gerald Ford. The move, part of President Trump's push to counter, quote, narco-terrorism in the region. Right now, the strike group contains that aircraft carrier plus thousands of troops, 9 air wing squadrons, and multiple destroyers, all of which will soon be in the waters off South America, closer to Venezuela. It's where the Trump administration launched another deadly strike overnight. You see it right here, this latest attack against alleged drug boats and cartel members. This show of force raising new questions tonight about the mission in that region. We begin tonight with Courtney Kuby.
Tonight, a major escalation in the Trump administration's war on drug cartels. The Pentagon announcing the USS Gerald R. Ford, the Navy's largest aircraft carrier, and as many as 5 destroyers and dozens of aircraft are heading to Latin America. This after a massive show of force yesterday. The U.S. flying 2 B-1 bombers towards Venezuela, turning around just 50 miles off the coast, according to a defense official and flight data. And separately striking another alleged drug boat overnight, the administration saying they killed 6 Tren de Aragua cartel members smuggling drugs to the U.S. It's the 10th boat struck so far. The administration saying 43 people have been killed during the strikes, releasing videos but not providing additional evidence. President Trump saying the strikes save American lives when he was pressed if he would ask Congress for a declaration of war.
I don't think we're going to necessarily ask for a declaration of war. I think we're just going to kill people that are bringing drugs into our country. Okay, we're going to kill them. You know, they're going to be like dead.
Many of the strikes happening off the coast of Venezuela. The Trump administration considers its authoritarian leader, Nicolas Maduro, as illegitimate and a narco-terrorist. Maduro announcing he's deployed 5,000 Russian-made missiles and thousands of troops along his coast.
No crazy war, no crazy war.
All as President Trump has suggested potential land strikes against cartels, saying he'll notify Congress first. But some U.S. lawmakers have questioned if the strikes are legal.
Courtney joins us live now. And Courtney, we know the CIA has been authorized to take covert action in Venezuela. Now we're seeing the news with this aircraft carrier. It's leaving many wondering if this is bigger than just a war on drugs.
Yeah, Tom, when asked, President Trump has not ruled out regime change in Venezuela, but he's also said he just won't answer the question. But a source familiar tells us the administration's goal is to get Maduro to make rash decisions that could lead him to be ousted without the U.S. ever having to put any boots on the ground. Tom?
Courtney Kuby leading us off tonight. Courtney, thank you. Now to the deadly crane collapse in Massachusetts. 2 people are dead, and now officials are trying to figure out why this massive crane toppled over. Here's Stephanie Gosk.
A terrifying and chaotic scene in Everett, Massachusetts today, just north of Boston. A crane crumbling across a barge and smashing into the water at an ongoing construction site.
Right now, we do have 1 confirmed deceased. We have another party that was transported to the hospital.
The mayor later saying the person rushed to the hospital also died. Early on, the fire chief calling it an active search and rescue operation, complicated because of the industrial equipment on the pier. Officials were concerned at first the casualties could rise.
We're just praying that, that everyone's okay.
The area along the Mystic River is undergoing renovations, according to Everett's mayor.
They're dismantling the port area here, or the former Exxon site, where the tankers used to come in and offload.
The work coming to a halt. Police say they have contacted OSHA, the Workplace Safety Agency. Tonight, the death toll remains at 2. Officials saying they were young men in their 30s or 40s, while investigators work to determine the cause of the deadly collapse. Stephanie Gosk, NBC News.
All right, now to the new life-threatening forecast. Tropical storm Melissa now set to become a massive hurricane and make a direct hit on Jamaica. The storm already bringing deadly flooding to the Caribbean. Bill Cairns is here now. And Bill, if this forecast stays like it is, it could be the worst hurricane in Jamaica's history.
And that's saying a lot, too. They've been hit by a Category 4 that killed over 200 people. So, yes, this forecast is as dire as it gets. We have 2 to 3 days to hopefully it'll change. So Melissa's beginning to get its act together. Over the weekend, we expect it to explode up into a Category 4 hurricane. And then by the time we get to Monday night to Tuesday, it makes its closest approach to Jamaica, moving very slowly. So almost a Category 5, moving slowly over this island. That would be horrific for them. Not just the rainfall, but the wind, the storm surge, everything. Then it crosses over areas of Cuba. The biggest concern, rainfall. Even southern Haiti could get 3 feet of rain. Jamaica, at least 1 to 2 feet of rain. And then after that, the storm goes over the Bahamas, Tom. It does look to miss the East Coast.
All right, Bill Cairns, we thank you for that. To California now, in video showing officers firing their weapons at a U-Haul truck that authorities say was backing into officers outside of a Coast Guard base that is housing federal immigration officers. Morgan Chesky picks up the story from there.
A frightening scene following protests near Oakland. DHS sharing this video from Thursday night, showing officers firing at a U-Haul truck as it sped in reverse towards them. All playing out near a Coast Guard base. Witnesses diving for cover.
There's a U-Haul truck that was attempting to ram them. They shot up the party.
They stacked up, they drew, they threatened to shoot him if he went any further. He burned rubber right back at him.
Federal authorities say the driver was struck in the stomach and will undergo a mental health evaluation. One bystander also wounded.
I got hit!
But later treated and released. DHS saying when the vehicle posed a direct threat, law enforcement officers discharged several rounds of defensive live fire. The incident following hours of protests there. It comes as President Trump called off deploying federal troops in nearby San Francisco. This as ICE operations are ending in dangerous confrontations nationwide. In Virginia, DHS says one man was killed as he tried to run away from ICE agents when he was struck by a car on the interstate. And this week in San Diego, 3 ICE agents were injured. Federal officials telling our station KNSD a man drove into them before being arrested. Today at that Coast Guard base, authorities increasing security as protesters returned and tensions remain high following a violent night. Morgan Chesky, NBC News.
Now to President Trump's showdown with Canada, pushing back on a Canadian TV ad featuring former President Reagan criticizing tariffs. And tonight, Canada says it will now stop airing that ad next week. Here's Kelly O'Donnell.
When someone says
tonight, Canada pulled the plug on a TV commercial that infuriated President Trump, prompting him to abruptly cut off trade talks. The ad uses the words of the late President Reagan to make a case against U.S.-imposed tariffs.
America's jobs and growth are at stake.
The ad, paid for by the province of Ontario, set off Mr. Trump on social media, calling the ad fake, with Reagan speaking negatively about tariffs.
Such trade barriers hurt every American worker and consumer. The result
The
is
Reagan Presidential Foundation said the ad misrepresents the 1987 address on trade and said it should be watched in full. This dust-up is another skirmish in a trade war with Canada. Today, Canada's Prime Minister sidestepped the ad fury, but says he wants to keep negotiating.
When the Americans are ready to have those discussions.
The trade drama comes as Wall Street soared, with the Dow closing above 47,000 for the first time, with the S&P and NASDAQ up as well, driven in part by data that shows inflation rose less than expected. Tonight, the president begins a 3-country tour in Asia, where trade and a meeting with China's leader are on the agenda. Tom?
Okay, Kelly O'Donnell. New York Attorney General Letitia James appeared in federal court today and pleaded not guilty to bank fraud charges. The indictment is related to a mortgage she took out on a property in Virginia and alleges James' actions saved her about $50 a month over the course of a 30-year mortgage. James, a fierce critic of President Trump, appeared outside the courthouse today, defiant, saying the justice system has been weaponized. On day 24 of the government shutdown, many federal employees today missed their first full paychecks. And now some of the very people we rely on to keep us safe are turning to food banks to feed their families. Here's NBC's Tom Costello.
At a Washington, D.C. food bank this morning, the line extended down the block. Hundreds of federal workers out of work and looking to feed their families.
Bills continue to pile up. I have car notes. I have children to feed. I have a family to take care of. I have a mortgage to pay.
The Bipartisan Policy Center reports 1.4 million civilian federal employees did not get paid today. Workers at the NIH, HHS, the VA, DOD, food inspectors, and TSA officers.
Just give her 2 boxes and a pizza.
The average government check should be about $4,700. Instead, zero. The most visible sign of the shutdown may be at the nation's airports, where ground stops and flight delays have been building for weeks, more than 30,000 this week alone. While some are weather-related, the DOT says up to 53% have been shutdown-related, as some controllers call out sick in protest or take second jobs to feed their families.
Instead of focusing on the safety of the American flying public,
They're now focusing on what they can't afford to pay.
Amid a national controller shortage, the FAA has been pushing to hire thousands of new controllers, putting them through the ATC Academy. But while students are paid, they're not getting paid if they graduate during the shutdown and start their first jobs.
Some of our young controllers in the Academy and some who have been given spots in the next class of the Academy are bailing. They're walking away.
At the Las Vegas and Salt Lake airports, food assistance for controllers and TSA officers. With no sign of compromise on Capitol Hill, the concern is that more TSA officers and controllers might call out sick as this drags on. And the Thanksgiving travel rush is now just a month away. Tom?
A good reminder. All right, Tom Costello for us. Now to our exclusive look as NATO prepares for the unthinkable, nuclear war. As tensions with Russia rise, our Raf Sanchez takes us inside the high-stakes drills.
This is what training for nuclear war looks like. We're at the Vocal Air Base in the Netherlands, where we've been given exclusive access, as NATO for the first time allows reporters to see its nuclear war games. These European fighter jets are simulating carrying out a nuclear strike using American bombs.
NATO is a nuclear alliance.
Colonel David Bunch is the head of NATO's nuclear operations.
We're ultimately preparing for what would be the worst day.
The decision to use a U.S. nuclear weapon always lies with the president.
But in an extreme scenario like all-out war with Russia, the president could allow American nuclear weapons to be loaded onto an allied aircraft like this.
Dutch F-35s taking part in the exercise.
What message do you want Russia and other adversaries to take from this exercise?
That we're ready every day to defend every inch of this territory.
NATO says the annual exercise is meant to deter all enemies and is not aimed at Russia. But the Kremlin calling it a provocation. President Vladimir Putin responding this week, overseeing nuclear drills of his own. Under Dutch military rules, this pilot can only be identified as Lieutenant Colonel B. But should the worst day come, it would be his squadron called on to drop the bombs.
Does it weigh heavily on you?
Yes, it does, obviously, yeah. This is the highest form of violence we could use to be able to deter our adversaries.
And the last remaining nuclear arms agreement between the U.S. and Russia expires early next year. If it isn't renewed, there'll be no limit on the number of nuclear weapons both sides can deploy. Tom?
All right, Raf, we thank you. When we come back in 60 seconds, the chilling dash cam video, a trucker plowing through traffic. What happened today in court as the driver in the country illegally was charged with killing 3 people? That's next.
Rough, dry eye? MyBo is the only prescription dry eye drop that forms a protective layer for the #1 cause. Remove contact lenses before using MyBo. Wait at least 30 minutes before putting them back in. Eye redness and blurred vision may occur. Ask about MyBo.
It's the dog park with all the dogs there. And the people you see that you don't really know because it's the dog park. It's the dog park.
Brought to you by Progressive Pet Insurance.
What are you eating? What are you eating? Open your mouth. Open your mouth. Open your mouth.
It's the dog park.
Protect your pet from injury and illness with Progressive Pet Insurance. Shop bestsellers at Ashley, where no matter what your holiday traditions are, you're always at home. Whether you're making extra room with our extendable dining tables or creating the perfect cozy space with our modular seating. Shop holiday deals and make lifelong memories with Ashley.
Now to that disturbing video from California showing a tractor trailer plowing right through traffic. The driver is now under arrest as we learn new information about how he was in the country illegally. Here's Steve Patterson.
Tonight, the Department of Homeland Security posting disturbing video of a semi-truck as it slammed into multiple vehicles on a California highway. Authorities say the man behind the wheel, 21-year-old Jashanpreet Singh, pleaded not guilty today to vehicular manslaughter while driving under the influence. Police say his big rig slammed into traffic at high speed, sparking an 8-car chain reaction crash, killing 3 people. Among the victims, a Pomona High School basketball coach and his wife. Homeland Security officials say Singh was in the U.S. illegally, crossing the southern border in 2022 and released into the country by the Biden administration, though the California DMV says they were told he had legal status. And it follows another deadly crash in Florida, where authorities say this big rig made a reckless U-turn, causing a collision with a van. 3 people were killed. Driver Harjinder Singh was also in the U.S. illegally, according to DHS, and faces 3 counts of vehicular homicide. He's pleaded not guilty. The Florida Attorney General says Singh failed his driving test 10 times in 2 months, but eventually got a California commercial driver's license. Florida officials say he could only answer 2 of 12 verbal questions correctly. The Trump administration now investigating.
If you can't understand English, you can't understand road signs, how in the heck can you ever pass the test to be issued a commercial driver's license? You can't do it but for fraud.
And we know tonight that Florida is asking the Supreme Court to stop California and Washington state from issuing these commercial driver's licenses to people in the country illegally. Tom?
Steve Patterson. We're back in a moment with a deadly bus explosion in El Paso. Why it burst into flames when it wasn't on the road. That's next.
Dana's kettlebell workout has taken a strange turn. Rex can't help, but he can talk. Weird, huh? This is wonderful news. It means she's sleeping deeply enough to dream, thanks to her Inspire implant. And Bill's sleeping better, too. If CPAP doesn't work for you, check out Inspire Therapy, a proven sleep apnea treatment. No mask, no hose, just sleep. Learn more and view safety info at inspiresleep.com.
That guard dog sure is lucky he has Simply Safe with proactive monitoring.
Stop. This is Simply Safe. Police are on the way.
Must be nice.
Simply Safe. Real security stops crime before it starts.
Alka-Seltzer Plus Cold or Flu Fizzy Chews. Chew, fizz. Feel better fast. No water needed. Alka-Seltzer Plus Fizzy Chews.
To remind you that 60% of sales on Amazon come from independent sellers, John of Devil Dog will hand out 60 of his treats to 60 good dogs.
Yeah, good boy.
To remind you that 60% of sales on Amazon come from independent sellers, Scott from Stringjoy will pack 60 guitar strings in 60 seconds.
2. Thought that would take a lot longer.
The recipe for a long, healthy life? It starts with gently cooking our food to give your dog the nutrients they need without the ultra-processing. Get 50% off your first box only at thefarmersdog.com.
How do you spell relief?
For heartburn, R-O-L-A-I-D-S.
For indigestion, R-O-L-A-I-D-S.
For fast relief,
R-O-L-A-I-D-S.
Rolate spells relief.
I checked Allstate first and saved hundreds on my car insurance. Unfortunately, I didn't check if I unlatched Bevo's gate while taking a selfie.
Bevo, no! Come back!
Checking Allstate first was really smart. Not checking Bevo's gate, though, not smart. Well, at least I checked Allstate first and saved hundreds. Hook 'em.
When my doctor gave me Breasttree for my COPD, things changed for me. Breasttree gave me better breathing, symptom improvement, and reduced flare-ups.
Breasttree won't replace a rescue inhaler for sudden breathing problems. It is not for asthma. Tell your doctor if you have a heart condition or high blood pressure before taking it. Don't take Breasttree more than prescribed. Breasttree may increase your risk of thrush, pneumonia, and osteoporosis. Call your doctor if worsened breathing, chest pain, mouth or tongue swelling, problems urinating, vision changes, or eye pain occur.
Ask your doctor about Breasttree.
We're back now with some new video of a deadly explosion at a bus facility. It happened in El Paso in February. Look at this. A city bus hoisted up on a lift, tipping over and exploding multiple times. 2 people were killed and 11 others injured. According to officials, a natural gas cylinder was damaged by part of the lift when it tipped over, causing that huge fire. Also tonight, a scary moment on the Brooklyn Bridge when this car burst into flames on the bridge, shutting down traffic in both directions. Thankfully, the FDNY says nobody was hurt. And we have a big update now to the story we brought you last night in our series, The Cost of Denial. We told you about John Middleton, a father in North Carolina who has bile duct cancer in his liver. His doctor recommended the drug Zahara, which he considered John's best chance at beating cancer and living a long life, and to get that liver transplant. Without it, he only had 18 months to live. Insurance denied coverage of the drug and approved an alternative instead. Well, tonight, we just learned that the maker of Zahara, Jazz Pharmaceuticals, is granting John the drug at no cost. We heard from many of you, our viewers, with offers to help John and his family, and we wanted to share this update with you. When we come back tonight, how this community stepped up to welcome this young girl home from the hospital months after a terrible attack at her school. Stay with us.
Honey, your mouth and eyes are moving again.
Really?
Yeah. Let's go talk to your doctor. We learned the uncontrollable movements are called tardive dyskinesia, or TD, and were caused by Derek's mental health medications. Derek was prescribed Austedo XR, a once-daily extended-release pill for adults. Austedo XR can significantly reduce TD movements, with some seeing a response as early as 2 weeks. And he can stay on his mental health medications.
Austedo XR can cause depression, suicidal thoughts, or actions in patients with Huntington's disease. Pay close attention to and call your doctor if you become depressed, have sudden changes in mood, or have suicidal thoughts. Don't take if you have liver problems, are taking reserpine, tetrabenazine, or valbenazine. Austedo XR may cause irregular or fast heartbeat or abnormal movements. Seek help for fever, stiff muscles, problems thinking or sweating. Common side effects include inflammation of the nose and throat, insomnia, and sleepiness.
If you see TD, ask about Austedo XR.
This looks bad. We got it covered. Let's go!
WeatherTech floor liners are legendary for how they perform in the field. Laser measured to perfectly protect your vehicle front, back, and even up the sides. Order today at WeatherTech.com. WeatherTech, as American as football.
So much stuff.
Move past pain with Vicks VapoFreeze. Get hours of pain relief with maximum strength menthol, plus powerful Vicks Vapors.
College!
VapoFreeze your pain.
Half protection is not enough. Using just an antivirus online is also not enough. Get better protection online with NordVPN. Save 77% and get 3 months extra.
Mirajoy, the overwhelming relief after Miralax helps you go. Miralax works naturally with the water in your body. Miralax, free your gut to free your mood.
For more fiber per serving than any other gummy, try Mira Fiber.
The Tempur-Pedic Breeze makes sleep feel cool. So no more sweating all night or blasting the air conditioning. Because the Tempur-Breeze feels up to 10 degrees cooler all night long. Find cooler sleep with the Tempur-Breeze collection at an Ashley near you.
Let's go!
Sunday, as the government shutdown continues with no end in sight, Kristen Welker sits down with Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent, plus Senator Ruben Gallego, and a Meet the Moment conversation with Marcus Samuelson. Sunday on Meet the Press.
Every morning, you welcome us into your home.
And we welcome you into ours. Here, every room feels like a family room.
And the backyard is epic.
Our home is your home. And our door is always open.
Finally, there's good news tonight for 12-year-old Sophia, who was among the students injured during the August church and school shooting in Minneapolis, the touching homecoming by the same community who helped heal her. Watch as medical staff cheer on 7th grader Sophia Forkas, discharged nearly 2 months after the August 27th mass shooting at Annunciation Catholic School in Minneapolis that took the lives of 2 young students, 8-year-old Fletcher Merkel and 10-year-old Harper Moisky. 18 children were injured, among them Sophia, who had a bullet lodged in the side of her head. Last month, Sophia's neurosurgeon leaning on prayer.
If you had told me at this juncture 10 days later that we'd be standing here with any ray of hope, I would have said it would take a miracle.
Her father, Tom, fighting back tears.
Sophia is strong. Sophia is fighting. And Sophia is going to win this fight.
Sophia's story of survival would become an anthem for hope. Sophia Strong. Here's the moment yesterday she arrived at Annunciation Catholic School, swarmed by her friends and classmates. And back at the hospital, cheers as Sophia emerged. Among the first in line, the very neurosurgeon that saved her life. Happy birthday to you. Then, everyone singing to Sophia just in time for her 13th birthday. That's Nightly News for this Friday. I'm Tom Llamas. We thank you so much for watching. Tonight and always, we're here for you. Good night.
Monday, an NBC News exclusive. Soccer legend Lionel Messi, one-on-one with Tom Llamas. A rare interview where he answers the one question every fan wants to know.
Are you going to play in the World Cup?
Monday on NBC Nightly News with Tom Llamas.
Dateline tonight. From the first sting operation to her airport arrest, this grandma has been suspected of murder.
This decision affects the rest of my life.
Now it's her day in court. Dateline tonight, 9/8.
This is a typical maze. It's how many Medicare Advantage plans are structured to confuse approvals and send claims to dead ends. This is an easy route through the quagmire. It's how Aspirus Health Plan operates to help you navigate your way to great care. For a low or no-cost Medicare Advantage plan, you could beat your head against walls and get